In case you don't live in New York, the wicker bar is in this sort of swanky hotel, the Scene Hotel. I used to go there quite a lot, but I don't anymore. I gradually cut it out. It's one of those places that are supposed to be very sophisticated now, and the phonies are coming in the window. They used to have these two French babes, Tina and Janine, come out and play the piano and sing about 3 times every night. Finally, old Lou showed up. He was supposed to be my student advisor when I was at Wooten. The only thing he ever did, though, was give these sex talks, and all late at night when there was a bunch of guys in his room. He knew quite a lot about sex, especially perverts and all. Hey, I got a flip for you at the end of the bar. Don't look now. I've been saving him for you.
Very funny. Same old Caulfield. When are you going to grow up?
How's your sex life?
Relax.
I'm relaxed. How's Colombia? You like it?
Of course I like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have gone there.
Who are you going around with now? You feel like telling me?
This girl who lives in the village, Sculptries, if you must know.
Yeah? No kidding. How old is she?
Later 30s. I like a mature person. Listen, let's get one thing straight. I refuse to answer any typical Caulfield questions tonight. When in hell are you going to grow up?
Listen, how long have you been going around with her? This sculpture babe. Did you know her when you were at Wooten?
Hardly. She just arrived in this country for a few months ago.
She did? Where's she from?
She happens to be from Shanghai.
No kidding. She's Chinese. For Christ's sake.
Obviously.
No kidding. Do you like that? Her being Chinese and all?
Obviously.
Why? I'd be interested to know. I really would.
I simply happen to find Eastern philosophy more satisfactory than Western, since you ask.
Dude, what do you mean philosophy? You mean sex? and all? You mean it's better in China? That's what you mean?
Not necessarily in China. For God's sake. The East, I said. Must we go on with this inane conversation?
Listen, I'm serious. Why, it's better in the East.
It's too involved to go into. For God's sake, they simply happen to regard sex as both a physical and spiritual experience. If you think I'm...
So do I. So do I regard it as would they call it a physical and spiritual experience and all? I really do.
Not so loud. For God's sake, Caulfield, if you can't manage to keep your voice down, let's drop the whole...
Alright, but listen. This is what I mean, though. I know it's supposed to be physical and spiritual and artistic and all.
Let's drop it. Do you mind?
Alright, but listen. Take you and the Chinese babe. What's so good about you two? I was getting a little too personal. I realized that. But that was one of the annoying things about Luz. When we were at Wooten, he'd make you describe the most personal stuff that ever happened to you. But if you started asking him the questions about himself, he got sore. These intellectual guys don't like to have an intellectual conversation with you unless they're running the whole thing. Maybe I'll go to China. My sex life isn't lousy.
Naturally, your mind is immature.
It is. It really is. I know it. You know what the trouble with me is? I can never really get sex. I can never get really sexy. I mean, really, sexy with a girl, I don't like a lot. I mean, I have to look like her a lot. If I don't, I sort of lose my goddamn desire for her and all. Boy, it really screws up my sex life. It's something awful. My sex life stinks.
Actually, it does. For God's sake, I told you the last time I saw you, you need what you need.
You mean to go to a psychoanalyst and all?
It's up to you, for God's sake. It's none of my goddamn business what you do with your life.
Supposing I went to your father and had him psychoanalyze me and all, what would he do to me?
He wouldn't do a goddamn thing to you. He'd simply talk to you and you'd talk to him. For God's sake, if you're interested, call him up and make an appointment. If you're not, don't. I couldn't care less, frankly. Hold on.
You're a real friendly bastard, you know that?
I have to tear. Nice seeing you.
Hey, did your father ever psychoanalyze you?
Me? Why you ask?
No reason. Did he though? Has he?
Not exactly. He's helped me to adjust myself to a certain extent, but extensive analysis hasn't been necessary. Why do you ask?
No reason. I was just wondering.
Well, take it easy.
Have just one more drink, please. I'm lonesome as hell. No kidding.
Can't do it, Mac.
Hello? Who is this? This is me, holding coffee. Let me speak to Sally, please.
She's asleep. This is Sally's grandma. Why are you calling at this hour, Holden? Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, I want to talk to Sally though. It's very important. Put her on.
Sally's asleep, young man. Call her tomorrow. Good night.
Wake her up! Wake her up! Attaboy!
Sally! Sally, wake up!
Hello?
Sally, is that you?
Yes, stop screaming. Are you drunk?
Yeah, listen. Hey, I'll come over tomorrow Christmas Eve, okay? Trim a goddamn tree for you, okay? Okay? Yeah, hey Sally?
Yes, you're drunk. Go to bed now. Where are you? Who's with you?
Sally, I'll come over and trim a tree for you, okay? Hey!
Yes, go to bed now. Where are you? Who's with you?
Nobody. Me, myself, and I. They got me. Rocky's mom got me. You know that? Sally, you know that?
I can't hear you. Go to bed now. I have to go. Call me tomorrow.
Hey, Sally, you want me to trim a tree for you? You want me to? Huh?
Yes. Good night. Go home and go to bed.
Good night, Sally, baby. Good night, sweet darling. Hey, you gonna see that Valencia babe when we get back in the bar?
Entirely probable.
Listen, give her my compliments. Ask her if that goddamn waiter gave her my message, will ya?
Why don't you go home, Mac? How old are you anyway?
86. Listen, give her my compliments, okay?
Why don't you go home, Mac?
Not me, boy. You can play that goddamn piano. You gotta go on the radio. Handsome chap like you, all those goddamn golden locks, you need a manager.
Go home, Mac, like a good guy. Go home and hit the sack.
No home to go to. No kidding. You need a manager? Go.
Alright.
Boy, I can't wait to meet Phoebe soon. Hey, you're the new operator here, right?
Yeah, where would you like to go?
I'd like to go to the Dicksteins who live right across from the Caulfields.
Okay, here we go.
Cool.
Here we are.
Okay. Boy, children look so peaceful when they're sleeping.
Holden, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. I have so much to tell you. Sit.
Alright. Hey Phoebe, glad to see you too. How have you been? I missed you so much.
I've been good, but not that great without you. Guess what? I'm playing in a play at my school, and I'm Benedict Arnold. DB is doing a new movie in Hollywood, and there's a bully at my school that always keeps on bugging me. My
Wait.
mom and dad aren't here right now because they're at a party.
There's someone in your school bugging you?
Oh, it's okay. He's not that bad. I can handle him.
Well good, you're strong and tough like your big brother, me.
Speaking of school, aren't you supposed to be there until later? Why are you home so early?
Well, you see about that.
You got kicked out of school, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Mom and dad are gonna kill you. Why'd you get kicked out?
Shut up, Phoebe.
Mom and dad are really gonna kill you, Holden.
I'm getting cigarettes.
In case you don't live in New York, the liquor bar is in this sort of swanky hotel. The seats in the hotel, I used to go to there quite a lot, but I don't say, I can't even read that.
G night, Sally baby. Sally sweetheart darling.
Holden? Is that you?
Yeah, Sally, is that you?
Yeah. Listen, hey. I'll come over Christmas Eve, okay? Trim my goddamn.